Hi everybody, happy Sunday afternoon. How's it going? It's nice and lovely down here, sunny in Texas. We're just a little bit north of Dallas in a little town by the lake. And I am having classes this Wednesday and Friday night to thank the teachers in the neighborhood for all they do. And part of my thank you is providing them with some spa gifts. And one of those are bath bombs. And because those take a bit to dry, I'm going ahead and making them today. And then they'll be ready for Wednesday night and of course Friday night. So I'm using a basic recipe that I came across, and it calls for frankincense and myrrh, which is absolutely outstanding. But you can use any essential oil you want in it, right? So first we have the 1 cup baking soda, and I want you to see how easy this is to treat yourself at home. And with products, most of the products are in your house already. You just didn't realize it. And then there's a 1/2 cup of arrowroot. Now the recipe says cornstarch, so if you have that and want to use that, I did that the first time, and so this time I want to try the arrowroot. Okay, and then we are going to do a 1/2 cup of citric acid. Throw that in there. And I just got a nice big bag in the mail yesterday from Spicy World on Amazon. Now that I'm going through this, I don't think it's a phase. Now that I've discovered doing all my DIY body products, I'm really digging it. I'm saving a lot of money. I'm having fun. It's nice and relaxing, and I get to customize them all I want. So I went ahead and just bought a bigger bag with that. And at the same time, so all of these DIYs through trial and errors, I've been trying different shea butters, different cocoa butters, different products. And in this video, I have zoned into the ones I like. This shea butter that's going in here is 100% natural raw, and it's from the says from Ghana in there when you go onto Amazon. So I just got 2 pounds of that. I kept going through my 1 pounds all the time because I love making my body butters. We're gonna add a 1/2 cup of your Epsom salt, right? And that's usually laying around. And then all we're gonna do is mix this up really good in the dry. I've melted 2 tablespoons of the shea butter over here that's getting ready to be mixed in it. Okay, I also have ready to go my water bottle spritzer. You can use witch hazel or water. And again, so I'm really loving these little craft fairs. I finally found a witch hazel with no alcohol. So this time around I have a witch hazel and water mixture. So this is all good and mixed up. It says right here, after you've melted the shea butter, it says to add it slowly. But before adding is where you would put in your essential oils. Well, my goal for these ladies is to be able to personalize them on their own blend. Do they want an energizer? Do they want to relax? Is it stressful? Whatever is going on. So I'm going to skip the essential oil step here, and I'll be adding those after they've dried. I do have to say, the last time I made these, I did put the oil in the shea butter, and it's kind of like the body lotion or the body butter. You're getting all of the great benefits, whatever oil you choose, but the aroma of that oil is very faint. Now, when I did the shower disc, I found whatever oil I added after they had dried and then set them in and sealed up and let them dry completely, that worked primo. The eucalyptus that I put in at the point in the recipe it called for, I never smelled what was in the shower. So this is going to be a really cool experiment too. Does it really turn out better by doing it that way? So we're just going to go ahead and pour in the shea butter slowly. You keep mixing it up. So what I'm doing right here, I am going to take my time. So I'm going to pause the video and then be back. Okay, we got all the melted butter added in. And then what we're going to do continually while we take our witch hazel and or water or combo, and you're just going to keep spritzing the product a little bit at a time. You're going to keep doing that intermittently and stirring until you get it to clump up. So again, we're going to pause until we get to this part where we put it in the molds. Okay, so what I did find a little bit, one, I forgot to add the 2 teaspoons of witch hazel in the beginning. But the recipe, it says continually spritz it until it clumps. I got impatient with that, so I went ahead and just dumped a little bit at a time in there and stirred it up. And now we have a good clumping mixture, right? So this is going to be able to go in the molds really easy and nice. So we're going to go ahead and put them in the molds, and then it says let them sit for several hours, and then they have to dry for another 24. So what I'm going to tell you is, I made these a couple of times, and I've definitely spent some unnecessary money stumbling through trying to figure out what works. So I want to clue you in a little bit. So my first mold was this one that I found, right? And I'm like, well, how can that be? That's not really how I've seen the bath molds. But I didn't think it through, so I went ahead and got it. Does not work, right? Because your mixture, the chemistry in between the ingredients, it just keeps building and spreading, and so you're scraping it and it's going all over the place. And then you can't add them to metal bowls, the overflow, it doesn't come out. We learned that the hard way. So we tossed that one. So then I found these here. Now these are great. They really did do fantastic. So I knew that this was the style that I wanted. They clasp together. But look how really big it is. And so my recipe was going into about 2 balls. So we tossed those. And I stumbled upon these Kato, and I got them in the mail, and they're great. Now, in between finding these, I did do another order, and they were metal. Or were they? No, they were hard plastic, but there was no way for them to snap together. So as your mixture starts expanding, it's just going to come apart and it's going to go anywhere. So I sent those back and we found these. And it's really cool, right? I have 3 sizes. I have my little purple one. We have, whoops, they're stuck together. We have a nice little medium pink one. And then we have a larger one, but not near as large as those, so that's great. It's about this size, so I'm really excited to use them. And then they also sent me the bags so I can vacuum seal them straight into here, and they're ready to go. So I will go ahead, we'll stop the tape, we'll get everything filled up, and see you back after they're completely filled, and we'll show you there. All right, be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. So I have them all filled up, and I've learned a couple of lessons here, right? These are the first times, but first let me show you. This one recipe, so it was just the 1 cup baking soda, 1/2 cup everything else, right? Made 1 large. I overfilled it, and so I just got some packing tape, right? We got 2 medium out of it, which is great. And then I got 2 small ones. Again, overpacked this one and got the packing tape. Now, what I did find, when you're filling these, on the edge that has the inside lip versus the outside lip, right? You can go ahead and fill this one great to the top. But this one, come to find out, again, this might be common sense to some of you. I don't know. I don't think it through. I just jump in and start making them, enjoy it. But don't fill above this line here, the side with the inside line. Otherwise, it's not going to go together. Now, duct taping it is fine, or packing tape is fine. But the pink ones didn't want to connect at all with it there. So we did that. Now I am going to go ahead and mix up another batch since I have more people coming, and then we'll continue this video after they've dried for several hours. It's afternoon, so I might check them before bed tonight or whatever, but we'll get back to you and show you how they look. Thank you. Hi, good afternoon. Okay, so we're back, and I have let the bath bomb sit for about 24 hours or actually a little bit more, because it's Monday and I had to go to work. But I want to show you what's happened. These new bath bomb molds, the ones that look really pretty and cool by Kato that I thought were going to work really awesome, they're soft. Right? Can you see that? How it's bending? And so when you fill them up, they don't want to close. So I cut back the amount that I was putting in the ball, and here's what happens. They don't go together and mold. So one of the ones I had overfilled was in the blue. And the way I kept it together, I had just rubber banded it. And I think that's going to have to be the key with these molds, because here's another one. So when I go to take the mold off, it just splits in half. So unfortunately, the Kato molds don't work as well as I think, or I thought. Again, I go to take it off, it splits right in half, because if you fill it up full, then this won't stay shut, and it bursts and it breaks. Luckily, so far I've had 2 small ones, 1 medium, and 1 large stay intact. And I think what I'm going to end up having to do is just chip these out and put them into a jelly jar, kind of like my bath salts, and fragrance them with my essential oils. Right now, I use Young Living because I know the quality. I know they're pure. I know they're therapeutic grade A oils. So if you're not using Young Living, you want to be really careful what you're using. The majority of companies, especially if you're trying to buy them in the store for $2 and $3, those have been distilled multiple times per plant. Plus, the companies add solvents and hexanes to get more oil. And so that, the quality, if I'm trying to go organic, why do I want to go get an oil that has hexane in it? So I think I just want to, kind of finish out the video and show you what had happened. Now here's one that hasn't popped open. Tap it on the counter and see if this won't remove without splitting in half. Oh, yay. Maybe we got another one to stick in here. We did. So one did survive. Another one did survive. So that's kind of what you do. If you're going to use these plastic ones that are bendy, then rubber band them. Fill them, pack them, rubber band them, and they'll stay together the way they're supposed to. Well, thank you. As always, I've enjoyed you coming by, and I love doing all these little projects, being able to help you out and save you some time. I am Lindsay Essential Oils. So we have a blog going on my website. Follow us on Facebook. There's some different videos, DIY videos and educational videos on my page there. And thank you, and reach out if you have any questions. Have a great night.